Closer to home, there is appropriate concern about our own fiscal stresses and their possible negative effect on the recovery. I'm referring in particular to fiscal stresses at the state and local government levels. The government sector overall makes up about 20% of gross domestic product. State and municipal government represents about 12% of gross domestic product. State and municipal governments across the country are now implementing painful spending cuts and tax increases to close large budget gaps. The federal stimulus package, rainy day fund withdrawals, and lower contributions to pensions and other accounting adjustments have forestalled some of these cuts. But now, with a lag, the potential drag on local economies is materializing. States still had budget gaps in excess of 10% for fiscal year 2010, which will end shortly. As aid to states from federal government is waning, states are working to close an additional 11% gap in the coming fiscal year and project shortfalls of a similar magnitude for 2012. At the same time, cities confront budget gaps of roughly 3% last year, budget gaps of 3% last year, according to a survey conducted by the National League of Cities. Because of lags in adjustments to the property tax digest changes and continuing declines in funding from state governments, cities aren't expected to begin recovery until 2012. Despite these challenging problems, I see state and local government belt-tightening as a long-term drag on the recovery with varied effect at the regional, state, and local level, but not an outsized near-term vulnerability. Fiscal adjustment is occurring, fortunately, in the context of a now growing private economy. Adjustment will proceed, but shouldn't imperil broad improvement of economic conditions.